Hey everybody, it's Undone Lyric. Yeah. Alright, so I got some stuff to kind of run past you guys. I don't know why, but like most of the time when people post comments on my videos that might be otherwise a little bit negative, I tend to not really care. And I'm like, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about, man. So this one guy in particular posted a comment and he's like, someone is desperate for views. And I was like, man, no, I'm not. Like, what is this guy's deal? Like, who is this guy? So, obviously, I go to his channel, and, he's got more subs than me. He gets maybe slightly over double my daily views of what I get. And, he had one video in particular that had, like, 158,000 views, just out of nowhere. Like, all of a sudden it has 158,000 views. I'm like, So, initially I did kind of think he botted it, but after some further research, I found out he didn't. So I was going to kind of, my plan was like, I'm gonna figure this guy out and call him out. But I couldn't really find anything. He was solid. Okay, it was legitimate views from what I could tell. All right, so I'm not saying anything like that. But I did a little more research, and I ended up finding a video that Wings of Redemption did about this particular gentleman that left a comment on my video, and he basically said. And it was kind of like one of, if you do watch Wings of Redemption, once in a while, or he used to do this anyways, is he'd get a commentator, an up-and-coming, or, just a random dude, and he would kind of like, analyze them a little bit and say, like, hey, this is what this guy's doing. Look, this is what he's doing wrong. This is what he's doing right. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So that's kind of what he did on this guy's video. And then, this guy goes on to say, I'm friends with XJaws, and, at one point I was gaining 1,000 subscribers per week because he was liking and commenting on my videos. Yada, 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 going on and on and on. He ended up leaving a comment saying that he's friends with Woody's Gamertag, and he talks to him a couple times a week, and, so on and so forth, whatever. I don't think he's really a terrible commentator or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not, like, specifically hating on the guy, but I think it bugged me a little bit that, a bigger dude came up on my channel and was like, hey, you're desperate for views, when it's really not the case. I don't understand, his thinking on that. And I'm not going to post his link or his name or anything, because there's no point in starting a bunch of drama with it, but it's just something that's been on my mind. I kind of want to get it out and talk with you guys, and I don't know, maybe get some advice from you guys a little bit on, what my position is here, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. And here's the weird thing, though, is he kind of goes on in the video, and he starts talking about how, the bigger guys don't help the smaller community. They don't help the smaller commentators. Like, I agree to that at some extent, but it's not their job to go out of their way to help up-and-coming commentators get big. I mean, a lot of these guys, they live off of this. Why would they create unnecessary competition? That's one thing. And, another thing is that's not their job. It's not in the job description of being a famous commentator on YouTube. You must, find other smaller channels and make them big. Okay? That's not your job. I totally get that. Now, if you want to be nice and you're cool with somebody, that sort of thing, that's cool. Give them a shout out. That's awesome. That's cool. But here's the other thing that kind of bugs me about this guy is he says, he could get help from any of his bigger friends right now if he wanted to, but he chooses not to. And I'm like, none of it really made any sense to me. Because if he was gonna get help from a bigger guy, like he was, like XJaws, for example, like what happened? How come, I don't understand. I guess he's got some kind of like moral issue where he feels like he's got to like go through the grind by himself. It's either that or he doesn't really know anyone he's saying. One of the two. I don't know for sure, because I literally have never heard of this dude whatsoever until he actually posted a comment on one of my videos. So I don't know, but that just goes to show you I do check out almost everybody's channel leaves a comment. I go to your channel, I kind of like to see what you guys are all about, right? When you leave me a comment, I'm like, who is this? They took the time out of their day to come on my video and watch what I'm doing and comment on my stuff. I could have the common courtesy to give you a reach around. You know what I'm saying? I may not like hit the like button on your video. I may not subscribe to your channel. It depends on whether or not I really did like the video. or that's what plays a major factor on my decision on whether or not I'm going to someone's channel and hanging out for a while and seeing what they have. Like, not too long ago, actually, I subscribed to some dude because I randomly found one of his commentaries just searching around on YouTube, and I thought, wow, this is a really, really good commentary. This guy is pretty good. He's a lot smaller commentator, smaller than me and everything else. And I watched a couple of his other videos after I subscribed, and they weren't up to par with the one that he did. And I think the reason why I subscribed to that particular video, I guess, was he was really passionate in his commentary. Really like, I actually tweeted out his video even, but I ended up unsubscribing because I watched some other ones and they didn't have that that energy, that passion that he put in one of his videos. And basically what he was talking about was White Boy potentially being the new community manager. Honestly, I haven't kept up with it, so I don't know if that's still the rumor that's going around. If it is, let me know, drop me a line, because I'm a little oblivious at this point in time. But what he was going on to say, and I completely agreed with him, is it would make so much sense for them to pick White Boy as a new community manager for Infinity Ward, because you don't ever hear White Boy saying this game is broken, this game sucks. You never hear the man say that. He's always like, I have a lot of fun playing this game. This is the best game ever. There's nothing wrong with it. When everyone knows it's got issues, but every Call of Duty does. Black Ops had its issues. Modern Warfare 3 has its issues. COD 4 had its issues and still does. It's never going to be perfect, guys. So, but it makes sense for them to pick someone like White Boy. Huge following. He's got the personality. He's going to be that guy that's going to, say, there's nothing wrong, guys. This is an epic game. And it's going to potentially make Infinity Ward more money. So if I remembered who that guy was, I would have probably gave him a shout out. But I can't remember who it was I subscribed to. So, anyways, that is the end of the gameplay. We stomped on these kids pretty hard. So, I don't know. Have a great day, everybody.